Everybody got a new securement video here on the from Volvo wheel loaders here. I have to go with the noise here. I got the AP running. But actually we have the bucket up on the top here. I run a strap over the top just for added securement. We got to have something on the booms, buckets, extensions. Of course, right there where it goes over, put some padding in there, just an old strap that I cut up. Works really good. Then we got these here. I've hooked my chains up to the pullouts. You can see where they go in here. I've crossed the chains, and we'll put padding between the chains so don't beat them up and damage the chains. Get them to last as long as we can. It's not a whole lot to these. They're actually fairly simple, and always make sure, since these articulate, you got to there's a pin that you put in that drops in here. On this one here, should be on the other side, I believe, here. We'll look at it when we get over there. On the back here, you get two different places. You could do it right here or up underneath here. I try to keep them down a little bit low. And you see where I've got these tied back down to here on each side. This one here is a little bit bigger. And this one here is a set of forks and buckets here. And I've crossed my chains over here, over straps, to help hold this bucket down on top of here. I got one on each side. Reason being is there is forks on a bucket, and you can see where they've banded just the bucket on there. Well, lo and behold, don't trust these things, because the one over there broke a while ago, and I had to fix it to help hold it. So never trust banding. Never trust the banding. And you trust over here. Those holes weren't quite big enough to get my hooks through, so I just got my D-rings, shackles, whatever you guys call them, put them on there to hook my chain to. There's the cross, and then, of course, my padding. I'll run down through here, hooked up here. So this one here, it's a little bit bigger. Like right here, you can see that pin sticking out the bottom right there. And you got to have that pin put in. There it is on the top. When these things articulate in the middle, in other words, you have to have an extra set of chains in the middle here. If you don't put that pin in. Of course, this one here, same thing. You have either hook up here or up here. Either way. I usually try to go down a little bit lower. Plus, I don't want to have that scratched up any more than I have to. And I got through these pull-ups. Excess chain I wrapped around. Of course, I always put that bungee cord over just to hold that chain. Walk around to the other side here. That is pretty much the same thing. So like I said, they're not real hard to do. They're actually fairly simple, fairly easy. Not a whole lot to them. And you can tell I've got my bungees on the handles of these. Since these are tires, they can bounce, and those have been known to flip open. So that's the one you can see here. It snapped right there, so I ended up having to redo it. So never trust them things, never. Here's this one here. Chained up under here. Other than that, that's this one in a handbag. Like I said, there's not a lot to them. Basically, all you got to worry about, see, here's the pin. See where it drops in here? Comes down on the bottom where it secures it so it can't articulate. Just have to remember to take them out when you unload them. But that's this one here. If you find it helpful, like I tell you before, like them, share them to other people, subscribe to the channel, leave me a comment or two. Got any questions or anything else you might want me to cover for trucking or trucking life or anything like that? Just let me know.